How's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and welcome back to another mission of Stronghold Crusader HD. Today we're playing the Call to Arms campaign and are currently on mission number 5, Jerusalem, the Final Assault.
Unable to break down Achar's defenses, the Crusaders march onwards to Jerusalem. The initial assault proved fruitless due to the lack of siege engines. The nearest forest is over 20 miles away, so the final attack is delayed for weeks.
Now the siege towers are ready, lead the main assault against the north wall. Word has come in of a massive Egyptian army marching to relieve Jerusalem, so the main fortress must be captured as quickly as possible.
Let's get started. Right, so as you can see here, we do have a time until defeat.
Yes, my lordship.
Little timer. So I have to keep an eye on that. One of the big problems with this map is the fact that there are so many fire throwers. But if you realize that they can't hurt you while on a wall, it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm not sure I did this right. Did we actually want to attack from that side? I figured it was within range, you know, it was the easiest way to get there. Maybe what I should do here, I'm going to grab all these archers, and the idea here is I'm going to clear the archers out of this corner tower while these siege towers do their thing. Just get that over there. We have a ridiculous number of spearmen here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all my archers and I'm going to target these units that are in the tower one by one. That means that, you know, we're sort of overwhelming them with archer fire, and that way it doesn't spread the damage out over a bunch of them. And make sure that they're killed as quickly as possible. I think I've mentioned this in one of the Stronghold HD episodes, is that if you really want to be efficient about how you're removing archers from a tower, you should target them one at a time, because otherwise what they'll do is they'll spread the archer fire out over a whole bunch of units, and then that results in those units getting off more shots or more hits or whatever than they really have any right to, because it's just the way the AI does it. They don't prioritize things where they don't prioritize individual units. Okay, get rid of these fire throwers in the tower. It's quite important. Is this tower actually on the wall? Yeah, it is. Okay, this tower is almost dead, so I'm going to go ahead and send it to the wall as well. As you can see, these archers are not targeting this fire thrower right here, even though I would have recommended it. Okay, let's get the spearmen up there. I just selected them again. I could have hotkeyed them, but you know, this is a short mission and I'm just too lazy to do that. I mean, I try to be a little bit self-aware about the mistakes I'm making, but just sometimes I'm not interested in doing things perfectly. What I should do, give me some of those spearmen. Get these guys out of that tower. Yeah, so once units are actually on towers and walls and stuff, they can't be hurt by the fire throwers. The fire throwers can only throw fire onto the ground. Get these spearmen over here. Get them on top of the gatehouse as well. The swordsmen decided that rather than go through the siege towers, which were already on the walls, they were going to go ahead and walk through the open gatehouse that I captured, which I didn't want them to do because that means they'll be walking along the ground much longer than they have any right to be. Yeah, so a whole bunch of my spearmen here are taking damage from the archers over here in this tower, so I'm going to send them spearmen on over there. Get them. I mean, I don't have to clear all this stuff out. Obviously, I just have a ridiculous number of swordsmen, but just to make sure that maybe the city doesn't burn down. Nah, they're wells. Yeah, you know, one of the things they could have done is set this up so that it was sort of a trap for the player, and if they went rushing in, they'd get roasted because of the fire throwers, but I don't think that actually happens. Even if I did rush in, I doubt that the city would burn down because there's so many wells around. So here we have a whole bunch of swordsmen. Just gonna send them into that perimeter tower. The 15 stone tower as I know it, because it costs 15. So that is sort of the trick that you learn from this mission. If you don't want to get burnt, if you don't want your units to get roasted, just keep them on walls when around fire throwers. The pathfinding here is atrocious. Like the swordsman, for some reason, he's determined to walk the long way around when I tell him to get up into that keep. Why? Doesn't make any sense. And I only bring this up because there are a lot of people who like to, or they have this overly romanticized notion of these older games, like there were no problems with them. And I just like to point it out that, you know, the old games had problems too. They're great. I love Stronghold Crusader, but, you know, it does have some just baffling problems as well.
The city is secured before the Egyptian reinforcements have a chance to interfere. With Jerusalem taken, this crusade becomes the first and only crusade to succeed in the goal it set out to achieve. The Holy City remains in European hands for 88 years.
So that was a nice, short 5-episode mini-campaign. We have 4 more to do yet, so looking forward to that. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.